Today on the channel, we head back to the Turtles of Grayskull line with Casey Jones and Skeletor.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Turtles of Grayskull unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got two all-timers with Casey Jones and Skeletor. But for all your Turtles of Grayskull needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal as we know. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And two of my all-time favorites here, part of the Turtles of Grayskull line. Of course, from the Ninja Turtles side, we got Casey Jones, Skeletor from the He-Man line. Interesting take. I just always kind of scratch my head on every one of these releases. Sometimes they really work. Sometimes they're a little confusing. It's just a weird thing because we're so used to a crossover to go differently than this line has been going. It is fun. It is cool. It is different. There's no doubt about it. I think everybody would agree it is different. Not sure how successful it will be and is so far currently. I guess that's up to you guys, and let me know in the comments down below. But let's start it off. Let's start with old Casey Jones here. We're riding that train once again. And Casey Jones, I think we've unboxed like 4 Casey Jones figures in the channel in the last couple of weeks. It's been a crazy Casey Jones time frame here. Turtles of Grayskull packaging going on. Casey Jones right there. Big bubble window. Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. And of course, the He-Man logo down there as well. Beautiful artwork on the packaging here. It does say Casey Jones, the one-man weapons rack. Oh, he's just a one-man weapons rack. How about that? Looking good. You got He-Man and Leo at the top. On the back, he's taking out Mouse Jaw and all those mousers. Casey's not messing around. You got the cross-sell. A little bit of blurbage there. You got UPCs. And you got that jibber-jabber. Everybody loves a little jibber-jabber, as we know. Back on Earth, Casey Jones fights baddies as a hockey mask vigilante using whatever sports gear he can fit into his bag. Now that he's on Eternia, he loads up on Castle Grayskull's best battle equipment to join the fight against Krang and Skeletor. So I'm interested to see what weapons he will have in this one here. Of course, Skeletor, Casey Jones, Tila and Michelangelo, we already unboxed them. Check out that review if you did miss it. And the Sorceress watching on. She's watching on, seeing what Casey Jones is up to. And as we know, no good. That's what he's up to right there. See you later. Goodbye. A little plastic prison here for old Casey Jones. Once again, riding that train. You know what he's doing. Grateful Dead style. Casey Jones, an all-time favorite of mine. Obviously, I was going to say the first time I ever heard of Casey Jones was the movie, but that's not the case. It was, of course, his action figure in the Playmates line way back when, and, of course, the Turtles cartoon. But always enjoyed Casey Jones from the get-go. It was cool to have kind of a superhero human, I guess, in the Turtles line as we were overrun with mutants and things like that. While it doesn't seem different, it felt very different. See you later. At the time, as we do know. We got twist ties all over. Like a young Todd McFarlane from the couch, we got twist ties. Todd, shout out to you. Todd watches these videos. Doesn't watch the wrestling one, but likes to enjoy these, of course. Oh, we got a plastic little thing here full of weapons as well. We can get all this stuff out. We're getting it all out there. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. Of course, we do get the little instructions. Everything can be taken around. See you later. Spider-Man style. Goodbye. And then we do get the comic book once again. The Spirit of Gray Shell. Oh, I see what they did there. I see what they did there. But good images in here as well. Got a little Splinter in here. The Turtles, of course. Tila, Sorceress. All of our friends in the comic book. We always do enjoy those. But now we got to get down to business. And some may say Casey Jones business. That's what we're getting down to here. Definitely an interesting figure. There's no doubt about it. Now let's dive in with all these accessories here, and that's where we're going to start. So we got a lot of weapons, as we should. I was confused at first. I thought this went on his arm, but this is his bag here to hold all of his weapons. A nice bronze color here. Does plug into the back. You got the plug holes there. Little spike on the back here. A little holder on the side, which is new for Casey Jones. Then, of course, the internal guts here holds everything. And even a handle on the side here so we can hold it on the side if you want to do that as well. And I guess it does double as a weapon. So a lot of use out of this. Very different than what we usually get with Casey Jones. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And speaking of that gold, how about bronze color? Very interesting. This is a pliable plastic. I thought this was going to be kind of that hollow hard plastic. But it is a big hi-ya hand. All hi-ya all day long. A little jitsu hi-ya hand going on here. Looking good. Almost looks like Thanos' glove. It looks like the Infinity Gauntlet is what's going on right here. But you can slip this over his hand if you so choose. So a little extra weaponry going on there. And now we get down to his actual weapons. We've seen this before in the line, in the Masters Universe Origins line, that is. It is a big old spear here. Once again, kind of that bronzish color that we've seen in the last two things. But we do have that. And you can stick it right there in there if you want to. Now we're diving into some other weapons. A big old samurai sword going on here. So interesting, all in a gray color. Looks nice, all one color. A little bit on brand, I guess. Not really at all. It's on brand for the Turtles, but not necessarily Casey Jones. We usually don't see him with swords and knives or guns and things like that. But difficult times call for difficult measures. He's taken the law into his own hands with a little sword action. Now this feels a little bit more Casey Jones, and I like this. I like that kind of almost translucent green plastic on this one. Looks very, very nice. It is a big hockey stick, but what I love here is these spikes on the end. Oh my gosh, gonna whack somebody in the face. Very, very cool. Possibly the coolest hockey stick we've ever got with Casey Jones, just by the addition of those spikes. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long to get those spikes? And it does plug on the side. Plugs in there perfectly right there. Here for that, looks really good. And speaking of that translucent kind of plastic, once again, we do get a big old battle axe going on right here. So very cool to see this as well. Does this plug in his hand or something? What are we doing here? I think it does, actually. Did he lose his hand somewhere along the line, along the way, like a young Rick Grimes or something? You could plug that into his hand if you want to. So choose your own adventure. You can play and say, oh, Casey Jones got his hand chopped off. Now he's got to put a weapon in there. I mean, do whatever you want to do, I guess. It is your toy at the end of the day. But very cool little axe there. I love the translucent green once again. Looking very good. Then finally we get the big old sledgehammer. And I could be mistaken. Don't have this in front of me. This very well could be from the Triple H Masters of the WWE Universe line way back in the day, 3-4 years ago. What is time once again? But it's a big sledgehammer here, and you got some skulls up there, like the King of Kings would have. Maybe not, though. It could be brand new as well, but he did come with a sledgehammer. Maybe this is different. I don't know, but it does remind me of that, at least. We will say that. But all in gray, looking very good. I'm here for that as well. Now we get down to Casey Jones, and we're going to start with the head sculpt. Of course, you get the mask here. Looking a little bit like Ram Man, I would say, in the mask department, and I'm very happy the mask is removable. Not all the time with Casey Jones do we get removable masks. So I do like that. Just plugs right over his head. Very easy to remove if you need to. You take that mask out there. Oh my gosh, there's a face anybody would love. Just like a model, this Casey Jones right here. Looking good. Dark black hair, long hair going on. You got strands in the front. Watch out, ladies. Casey Jones is on the prowl, and he's ready to go. But it looks good. He's got a little smirking smile on there. Looking nice. And of course, fitting the mold here, he is all jacked up in the Masters Universe body style as well. Looking very good there. Got a couple of arm gauntlets there around his wrist to protect himself. Got a little turtle shell up top, looking good. Got the whole waist thing with the pockets in it, all kinds of stuff. And then you got the holes in the back, which you can plug into the case if you need to. Looking very nice there. Then you do get, of course, Eternia's finest loincloth in black, though. Oh, how about that? He's got some gray sweatpants going on, some green fur boots, and then the white on the bottom of the boots. Looking very good there. And he's doing a little Terry Steinbach tribute. He's got one shin guard on, just one. Pour one out for Terry Steinbach. I don't know why you would, but he's a good guy. You should pour one out for him every day. What a legend, that Terry Steinbach. Of course, arm's going to go all the way around for us. Side to side, single jointed elbows. Hands removable if you want them to, as we did see. Head back forth, side to side, head removable. Waist articulation. Big old Casey Jones splits. Legs go up, single jointed knees back and forth. Boot cut, ankles back and forth, up and down. Nice movement out of those ankles, of course. Slide that mask back on, and we're going to put him and see if he fits on a Mattel WWE Ringside Collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. He does fit on a stand perfectly right there. So Casey Jones breaking into the battle here, ready to go, ready to fight for his life. Maybe to party like a young Beastie Boy. You never know what he might be up to here. But Casey Jones, the definition of an all-timer in a toy line, a favorite of mine, one of my favorite characters from the Turtles worlds, I guess, as we're speaking here. Just a really, really good figure. Definitely a must-have pickup if this is a line you're into. And possibly another must-have is Skeletor, and it looks like he glows in the dark, but I don't believe so. I did stick him in some light and then in the dark, and there was no glow. I was hoping he was full-on glow in the dark, because the plastic does kind of lend itself to that, but doesn't seem to be the case. But looking good, Turtles of Grayskull, Skeletor. Packaging design, we know it, we love it. We got Skeletor and Shredder at the top. Last time we saw Leo and Michelangelo, or Leo and He-Man up top. So it is for a bad guy. Here, of course, Skeletor, the baddest of the bad. He is the evil samurai of destruction, so I guess he's joining up with Beastman, who also came out as a samurai. So really playing with things, changing things. It's an interesting thing, as we do know. We got the two logos down here, plastic box. Nothing else going on there. And then, of course, on the back, he's squaring off against Donatello. There's throwing down there. Look at that. Got the same cross-cell, same UPCs, jibber-jabber, little instructions, and a little blurb. Let's see what it says about our old friend Skeletor. Time and time again, Skeletor attempted to destroy He-Man only to fail. Until that is the fateful day he crossed paths with an evil alien named Krang. Now with He-Man out of the way, Skeletor's path to controlling the power of Grayskull is finally clear. Could he make it more clear for us? Could you tell us what you're up to here? In the background, you got a little Michelangelo, you got some Krang, Raphael, all kinds of stuff going on in the background. Beastman's back there, Leo, Donnie, they're all there. Playing all the hits in the background is what we're doing. And it says you can fit his Kusurogami into his hand. I have never heard that word in my life. So learning something new every single day. A little Kusurogami. Probably already butchered it. That's the way it does go. See you later. Goodbye. And of course, we do get the instructions here. Everything removable, all that usual stuff. Spider-Man style. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. And then, of course, the same comic book we looked at earlier. Get it here once again. All about the comics at the end of the day. And then we get old Skeletor in the plastic prison looking like a translucent glow-in-the-dark Skeletor, but he's not. Don't let that fool you at all. That's what I'm going to say right there. But he's got a lot going on. He's got a lot of twist ties going on. Enough to make our old friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane on the couch, blush. That's how many we got going on here. Not messing around, and I can't even get to him, it feels like. I might just have to power through. It might be a power througher. See what we can do here. See what we can do. Can we get this cape through? Don't try this at home. Cut your twist ties. There we go. Powering through, making a mess. What are we doing? There it is. See you later. Goodbye. We got twist ties all over the place once again. Oh, hooray for garbage. Hooray for garbage. There it is. All right, Skeletor out of the package here. Let's dive into these accessories. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Now he's got a little mutagen container. We've seen this for years with the Turtles line. First time in this line, I do believe. Looks a little bit of a bluish in there. And then, of course, the silver on the ends. But on brand for the Turtles, giving that little crossover feel, I guess, is what that is helping us do. And then I already forgot the name of this weapon here, but I said it earlier, so you know what it is. But you do got the ram's head up there at the top looking good. A big old pickaxe kind of thing on the other end looking nice. Got two sides of it. It almost is like nunchucks, but a little bit different here. But definitely a different weapon. It looks like the Havoc staff at the top. It just kind of falls apart as it's a lot shorter. It's got a chain. It's got two of them. There's no sword, no shield, nothing like that with this Skeletor. So he's playing a different drum, playing a different song. But is he playing all the hits? That's what we're going to find out right now as we dive into this one here. But I do love that kind of almost looks glow-in-the-dark without being glow-in-the-dark color to this one. That very bright green looking very, very nice. And it does continue on to the figure here. You got it all over the head going on. You got that samurai helmet, which is not removable. So you wouldn't know it's Skeletor necessarily, but once you look at the face, you see Skeletor there. Those red eyes. Of course, the yellow skull to him there. You do get the ram's head there at the top, too, as a little bit of logo in the helmet, so looking very nice. You got a little bit of almost like a spine down the back. Silver color, a little bit of that purple, and then the grayish silver, and then you got the studs throughout, and then that green color as well. And then he's got a cape. He went full cape Skeletor here. Always a power move, as we do know, but it is a fairly tattered cape, so I don't know. He's not shopping at the same place a good friend of the channel, Lando Calrissian, is. That is for sure. But he's got some fur lined on there, which does look nice. And of course, you pop this head off. You can remove this cape if you want to. You can go cape or no cape. Choose your own Skeletor adventure on this one here. Definitely looks interesting. Of course, it's got the top vest kind of over the top there. Very on point, on brand with Skeletor. Same thing on the back. You got the peg holes in the back. Nothing to peg into it, though, but you do have them if you do need them. A very interesting purple skin tone color. I don't think we've seen this with Skeletor in the past, so that does look different. He does got the forearm guards that are easier removable, so you just pop them on, clip them off, almost like Batman with those spikes on there. 2 gripping hands for him as well. But very customizable is this Skeletor. You can definitely change some things around if you want to, and I guess that goes for everything in this toy line, Origins line, Cartoon Collection line, and so forth. Got the big skirt here. The samurai skirt is what we're going to call it, very reminiscent of Beastman. And then he went full-on Terry Steinbach with the shin guard protection. Nobody likes to get hit in the shins. Pull a Terry Steinbach, get shin protector. I'm thinking about wearing catcher's shin protectors just around the house, just around in my everyday life every single day. Short season, I don't care. I got them on. I'm going to wear them to the store if I have to. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Got those Skeletor feet down there. Feet only a mother could love is what those are. Articulation, don't need to walk through the articulation. Exact same as Casey Jones. We know it here by now. But does he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? That is the million-dollar question. And just like the $1 Million Man, I got the answers. He does. Use discount code Kyle once again. Save 10% at Ringside Collectibles. So the tale of 2 figures here. If I had to choose between the 2, Casey Jones all day long. Really enjoy this Casey Jones. Skeletor, not terrible, but it does feel weird to me, just like Beastman a little bit. I know it's a mashup. It's a different take on these things. It's really got to use a clear piece of paper. You got to start fresh with this. Don't bring perceived notions in, things like that. I get it, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do. I'm too old. I've set my ways is what I am. I'm set my ways. But Skeletor, cool enough. I really wish it glowed in the dark, though. That would have been really cool. Would have brought that one to the top of the heap, because you know me. I love a glow-in-the-dark figure. Get that closet ready. I'm here for it. I can't wait. We'll see what happens there. But, of course, we did unbox the other 2 from this series. We got old Tila right there. And we got old Battle Armor Michelangelo looking in his best He-Man impression. Looking absolutely wild right there is what he looks like. And he doesn't want to stand, and he also does not fit on a ringside collectible stand. What are we doing there, Mattel? What are we doing? But there it is, Michelangelo, Skeletor, Casey Jones, Tila, the latest wave of the Turtles of Grayskull. Not bad. Some hits and misses throughout this wave, but a fun wave. Something different, that is for sure. But what say you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? This wave for you, this line for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon, including early access to all the videos here on the channel. You get all the glamour shot images. You get monthly giveaways, monthly Q&As. You name it, it's going down on the old Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at PressandTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram. And you can hit me up over there if you do want a copy of my new book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Classic Superstar Series. Just shy of 700 pages on the entire line. Labor of love if there ever was one. I appreciate all the support there. So for the Turtles of Grayskull, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.